We've been having a lot more Brawl news as of recently, and I hope you guys are geared up for some more right around the corner because we are right on the cusp of some pretty interesting things, I'm assuming, here in the form of Brawl Stars updates. So you already know Detective Ray is on it at all times, baby. But hope you guys are all excited for the news in today's video. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go! So of course, if you guys enjoy these episodes of Brawl News and the detective work we do here on this channel, be sure you're subscribed to the channel. As you guys can see, 58.3% of people are not subscribed who watch these videos. So hey, if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that red button. I'd really appreciate it. But with that being said, we have a ton of stuff to break down here in today's video as this Brawl Days update is slowly approaching. I think we're coming up on some pretty pivotal dates. I think we can come to expect some free gifts, much like we have in every single Brawl Days update, as well as when we should start receiving those gifts. On top of that, we had a new photo posted to the Brawl Stars social medias with some very interesting things within them, a potential new brawler people have been discussing, as well as potentially Starr Park making its comeback appearance during this Brawl Days update. The signs are kind of there. So with what you can come to expect in today's video out of the way, we are beginning today's video off over here on the Brawl Stars official Twitter page to outline a post that they posted one day ago with some very interesting imagery. You guys, I'm telling you, being a part of this community for as long as I have, as well as covering sneak peeks and updates and Brawl news as long as I have, I can kind of tell when things are starting to ramp up. Most of the time when the Brawl Stars dev team starts posting these really high quality pre-prepared photos to the Brawl Stars social media, you can kind of tell things are in the works, right? And most of the time when the photos leave more questions than answers, it's kind of ramping up into something pretty dang important, such as an update. But I think it's time to get straight away into the newest one. As you can see here, comment the hottest and most shallow gossip of Starr Park. Starr Park always coming back into these posts, even though it's not really even a thing at this point. We don't have the WKBRL live stream up and running, and no real lore points popping up here as of recently in terms of Starr Park. So why the heck is Brawl Stars commenting about Starr Park once again? My goodness. But is Ems in the friend zone? Who's the wealthiest brawler? Does Lou's snow cone diet work? I don't think so, dude. But we have Ems here taking a look at this really cool comic book or newspaper or some sort of news related article that has everything to do with Brawl Stars. We got Lola right on the front, of course, the newest brawler here in Brawl Stars, but some of the other headlines are really interesting. As you can see, this program is called Starr Life. We have some other cool details such as how many socks does he have? Spike socks popping up all the time in posts. Lola untold stories. Fame feels like being two completely different persons. A broken friendship between Meg as well as Max. But then if we continue up here, things start to get really interesting, especially with all this hubbub that we've been discussing about robots here as of recently. We have this headline, identity uncovered, with a bubble around a what seems to be a robot figure. And of course, with the Brawl Stars community being the way that it is, the most popular theory coming out of this photo is that this is sneak peeking some sort of new brawler or new change coming to the Brawl Stars robots. But the most popular one is a lot of people think that this is a new brawler. Some other niche theories is that this is the actual identity of Mr. P, but I think that's a definite stretch, but still really interesting. And in all honesty, finding some sort of connection between these most recent posts over here on the Brawl Stars Twitter page, it makes a lot of sense given the context of this photo being a crime scene. And then now maybe this one, an update on said crime. Maybe they found the identity of the culprit, or maybe the person that was killed. Game ended. But if we take a look at other things on this issue here, we have some numbers. N degree 112, which, guys, when it comes to numbers in these posts, they're always subject to very crazy theory crafting. Some people, such as this user, thinking that it's a date reveal for the next Brawl Talk. The number of this magazine is 112. This can hint to a Brawl Talk airing on December 11th, 11/12/2021, which I thought would be the date of Brawl Talk for a long time now, as that day is Saturday, which is the day of the week when Brawl Talk happened. I feel like us as a community can kind of band behind the whole notion that there is going to be a Brawl Talk somewhere in between like December 11th through the 15th, just based on previous Brawl Talks that we've had in past years. And especially how things are set up with the free rewards that normally come out during the Brawl Day seasons. So you might be onto something here, though it is a little bit of a stretch if you ask me, but still very interesting. Now, speaking of the 12th of December, I am almost 100% certain certain that we will be getting something starting on that date, and that is the free rewards that we typically get with every Brawl Day season. Getting into some info that we've seen from previous season, and I want to give credit to the Starr Park Discord server. We're always talking about update related things, speculating on photos over there, and this came up into question. As you can see, every single year on December 12th, we had the start of the free gifts that we get throughout the entire month leading up to Christmas, with a grand total of 13 different free gifts. Now, if you're like me, you have forgotten about previous years that this was actually a thing that's been happening every single year. I know I remember last year's because it was a very high talking point in the Brawl talk that came out last year. I mean, who doesn't like free rewards? It was really, really hype. But this indeed did happen every single year here, and seeing that it started on December 12th every single one of those years, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's going to be starting on December 12th this year as well. Now, of course, you never can be 100% certain predicting things like this, so hey, you never know, maybe Brawl Stars is just not doing it this year, but I don't think that's super likely. So hey, another date you could put on your calendar. If you are a free-to-play player, these things are huge. Maybe just add a tiny bit more to this free news reward. As you can see, Clash Royale is doing something similar this year as well, except their gifts are starting on the 14th and ending on the 25th, with a grand total of 12 free rewards, which Brawl Stars typically has 13 starting on the 12th and ending on the 24th. Huge shout out to OJ for this cool info. It's awesome that Supercell does this for a lot of their games, right? It kind of gives free-to-play players something to really look forward to, right? These things help out immensely. But getting back to this whole December 12th discussion, if you guys didn't know, there's actually a pretty significant date coming up for Brawl Stars, which lands on December 12th. If you guys didn't know, Brawl Stars officially global released on December 12th of 2018, so a very significant anniversary date coming around the corner here. In hindsight, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's the reason why they start the free gifts every single year for Brawl Days, kind of to celebrate that occasion. But typically the celebration of anniversaries here for Brawl Stars is when it was beta released on June 14th. Last year, we ended up receiving the Mega Brawl Box Daryl skin as well as a few different free rewards. I'm not quite sure if Brawl Stars has celebrated their global release anniversary officially, like coming out and saying, hey, happy anniversary for global release. But maybe now that I'm thinking about it, it's the reason why the free rewards have started off on December 12th all this time. Also, another thing that I want to bring up, big shout out to the OGs that have been playing since beta. Do you see how long Brawl Stars was in beta? It was crazy, man. So I know we now have a ton of different dates to be marking down on our calendars for predictions coming out for the Brawler Day season. The 12th being the start of the free rewards, as well as the 13th, which I predicted in the last episode of Brawl News, maybe the Brawl Talk coming out on that date. But either way, we know things are about to come right around the corner, and I'm assuming there's going to be other different cool posts like this popping up here and there to give us additional information, and I'll be on that for sure. But what I want to get into next is this whole discussion around Starr Park, a fading memory here inside of the Brawl Stars community, seeing that the WKBRL livestream has been done for a long time, and things such as Kairos Tim not really getting talked about a whole lot or being updated over there. But like I mentioned earlier on in this video here today, we have Starr Park popping up back into conversation here by Brawl Stars themselves. Comment the hottest and most shallow gossips of Starr Park. Also, another thing that I don't know was super intentional here in this photo, but it appears that Ems is inside the Starr Park gift shop. So that's definitely a cool detail, as well as the issue or this news article that Ems is reading is called Starr Life. Now, I know I've been predicting basically a Starr Park update coming out for the last couple updates because my goodness, it feels like there should have been with all the craziness that's been happening. Kairos Tim, the WKBRL live stream being absolutely insane for some time, but then just going quiet. It would make sense to get updated when those big key events happen with Starr Park lore or WKBRL lore. So guys, I'm gonna say it again, I think we might get something having to do with Starr Park in this most recent update as well. I'm bound to get it right eventually if I keep guessing it every single time. But another reason as to why I think we might get some sort of Starr Park lore is, as you can see in this box, like I brought up in a previous Brawl News episode, we have Christmas things packed away in this box, kind of alluding to the next Brawl Days update, seeing that it has everything to do with Christmas. But on the box, we have the Starr Park logo, which could also be argued as some sort of significant symbolism that we could be getting Starr Park related things in this next update, the Brawl Days update. So whether that actually comes to fruition, we'll just have to wait and see. It's just very, very interesting that the Brawl Stars dev team keeps dropping these subtle hints like this, especially since things aren't really active with the Starr Park things or lore, as well as the WKBRL live stream. So guys, hopefully something comes out with this update. But other than that, there's really not much else to discuss here in today's video. I did want to bring up one thing, is that there's some crazy stuff happening out in the shop here today. As you can see, PowerPoints galore. If you guys are medium spenders here in the game, these things will most definitely help out when it comes to the power level 11 grinds going on right now. PowerPoints are our most sought after resources here after this most recent update, and seeing that there's 4 different offers in the shop for that is crazy. As well as, my goodness, I have a Surge one. I think I'm gonna buy that. There's so many PowerPoints, dude. And then other than that, be sure you guys are checking back in here with the Brawl Stars social medias or here on this channel when it comes to developments here with update related things. I'm assuming we'll get more photos on the Brawl Stars social medias as these days kind of rack up to the more faded December, like 12th, 13th, 14th, something around there. All the news that you guys need to know regarding that stuff will be here on this channel because it's fun as heck to cover, guys. I love Brawl news. It's one of my favorite things to do here on this channel. Always fun to keep up with things as well as keeping you guys in the loop. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you here in today's video. Very heavily speculative episode of Brawl news, but I think we're on the right track with a lot of things that we discussed here in today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, everybody. Take care.